Hey guys, and welcome your lovely face back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the Assassin's Creed Empire demo. Now I know you guys might be thinking, what the hell am I going on about? That's absolutely fine, but right now guys, if you want to get in and have a chance to actually try out, or would love to try out, an Assassin's Creed Empire demo or beta, whatever you want to say, beta, I know that gets pronounced so many different ways, but if that's something you would actually want, go ahead and drop a like right now on this video, or if you feel it's a really bad idea, and you don't want that, go ahead and dislike the video. But I thought this is going to be something really relevant to speak about, especially after yesterday's video. A lot of people were hyped up for this game, right? And it got me thinking, considering, well, what I should say first of all anyway, is if you are not really up to date, something important that you should know about this game is it's actually going to be the final Assassin's Creed game for a yearly release. I know Unity was released 2 years ago, but like this is going to be the final release of an Assassin's Creed game until quite some time. It's going to be like 2+ years basically is what I'm saying. So it's not going to be as frequent as it pretty much has been. Now a demo for this game is something that I feel Ubisoft can really benefit for, and the reason I do say this is simply from their past experience. I mean, let's take a look at Unity. We all know that game, they did have a bad experience, let's be honest. I mean, a lot of people did love it, don't get me wrong, but you know, it had more hate than it did love, basically, if that makes sense. And that kind of sucks because the game, funny enough, was delayed by like 2 weeks, I think, which makes it even worse for Ubisoft actually. But a demo is not something we rarely get, especially from Ubisoft. I mean, it more or less is a beta, you know, a demo beta, more or less the same thing to some extent. I mean, like a beta, you kind of got to get yourself access to. A demo is just open to everyone, right? And I mean, we see demos when it comes down to E3, etc, but I feel like there's two main reasons why this can actually be super beneficial for Ubisoft first of all, and just us the fans really as a whole. First of all, they can release a game that they know won't be a mess up basically. They know it will be a game that people are 100% happy with. And the reason I say that is because if we were to get a demo or a beta, whatever you want to say again, you can have, what I would say anyway, if I was a game developer, it's like 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes max, I guess, 15-20 minutes, something along those lines, where you have the ability to just do whatever it is you may want to do. I mean, the only things that I would block is simply doing missions, quests, whatever you want to say. Anything along those lines where it gets into the story is a big no-no, and maybe going outside of like a map a certain amount of time is a big no-no again. However, if we were just to have a decent size where you could play around in and about 15 to 20 minutes of getting a feel for the game, this would be very good, falling under combat and everything like that, because that way I feel Ubisoft will be able to take us, you know, us the fans, we can give opinions, what they should improve on, or what we maybe think is a bad idea, etc, and really move on from there. And I think that's going to help a lot to actually, you know, give a great game for the final result, right? Because Ubisoft, and I mean like a lot of companies to be fair, I won't just pin it down on Ubisoft, but Ubisoft, more or less popular for doing this, is always showing a great game at E3 and then, you know, giving a not so good game at the final. Like the final product isn't always as good. A good example, the first Watch Dogs game, that was a big, you know, letdown in terms of graphical wise, etc. So seeing one thing and then getting one thing, two different things, right? But if this game is set to release, of course, 2017 fall, so maybe around summertime, pretty much spring, I don't really know, so it's like in between that. This would be a good time to actually drop it, maybe like just before E3, or maybe in the process of E3, because a lot of people are hyped up for this game, and I feel it could be really good. We're all going to get a feel for the game, and we can actually make this game possibly one of the best games for 2017, because if it, and I do have a feeling, if it is to get delayed by a couple of weeks, they can actually use that time to make, you know, a good improvement, rather than like Unity and just say, we're polishing up the game, because obviously that wasn't good enough. Now, downside of things is, Ubisoft as a whole, like I said, they're not good with demos. It's not something that they want to do, and I feel a reason for that is because they feel it's kind of going to push the sales down, because maybe some people might play the game and be like, oh, this game's crap, I don't want to play it, etc. However though, the upside is if you release a demo or beta, you let people know you want them to try out the game, not just specifically like YouTubers to get early access and stuff like that. That's not really good enough. You want to get a fan's point of view, like all around, right? You don't want to just pin it down to a certain amount of people. So I feel this would be something really, really good. Coming from myself, if I was a game developer, I feel this would be a smart move, but I know a lot of people might feel different about this, but I want you guys to get any comment section below and let me know what you think. Would you like an Assassin's Creed Empire beta/demo? Do you think it will benefit Ubisoft, or do you think it's just a big no and it can potentially just ruin the game in general? Let me know in the comment section below. It could potentially boost up people buying the game because demos as a whole, like I said, are not as popular. So to get a popular game and a demo, which hasn't been done in a long time, can drive a lot of downloads in the potential, of course, final release. So that's the upside. But get in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. If you missed the video yesterday for this game, go ahead and check out the link on the top. Oh, well, it's on the top of the description. I always stutter with things like that. But be sure to subscribe for more awesome content. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, I hope you have a freaking amazing day, and adios amigos.